take some lessons learned, look at exactly what it is, why it worked, what didn't work, and at the end we'll give you some actions that you can take to get the same success and replicate Nick's success in your business. So Nick's going to tell us today about a insurer. Do you want to?
Yeah, this is my breakthrough moment where I realised how important events were and how actually the event strategy evolved came from this particular event that I was at. So it's a large Australian insurer. It was an organisation that I had unsuccessfully approached in the last 4 months. I was banging on doors, doing my usual thing, the LinkedIn strategy for this one that didn't work. Turned out I was just speaking to the wrong people. Some of them weren't even on LinkedIn. So that's something to be aware of. Anyway, I went to this event. It was a $500 ticket event, so it was quite exclusive. It was the who's who in our particular industry was there. And then I saw the brand manager of this particular organisation do a really interesting keynote speech. And a lot of the stuff that she was talking about, her pain points, the business that I'm working for had all those solutions. We had a collaboration platform. We were thinking differently, we were quite disruptive. It was just all these buzzy words. So what I did is I just had my laptop out, I had a Google Doc open, and I just started smashing down everything that she was talking about.
Taking notes.
I was hashtagging stuff on Twitter, I was tagging people in. We will talk about Twitter strategy another time, but it works really well with events. So the next day I wrote a really bespoke email. Because she was head of brand, and I guessed her email address, you can learn all this in the community. You can see the actual email that I wrote. But I wrote a short, sharp email that really spoke to her pain points. Did a little bit of brown nosing. Well, she did a really good, it was a really good keynote speech. You got to let her know that. I was inspired, and a lot of the stuff you said, I'm dealing with a lot of large end organisations that have the same problems. We've actually developed a solution for that. Would there be an opportunity to catch up in the next month and show you what we can do? Because she did mention in her keynote speech she's always looking for new technologies and new suppliers. So for her to be authentic in what she said, she actually had to give me the opportunity
to get in front of her. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's when I realised that if you connect with people at an exclusive event, the connection rate is a lot higher. And out of the event strategy, things have evolved, like getting attendee lists, which you can hack together. I've done something like, I think it's kind of cool, but just keep this to yourself, seriously. I'd go to an event early, be the first one there half an hour early, and sometimes all the name tags are laid out on the table. I get my phone, and as I'm looking for my one, because people are watching you, and it's not unusual for people to holding their phone 24/7 now, so it doesn't look weird. I'd actually record video record all the names laid out there, and then I'd send it to my team, and they would put a list together and reach out. And as I've said in the community things, some of the resources there, it's an 80% conversion rate at high-end events. And the problem is that at events, generally, you just go, I need to talk to people, and I start handing out business cards, and it's really lacks authenticity.
Yeah.
And you can't have very interesting conversations, and you might be halfway through one and someone else just blows you apart, and they come in there, people drinking, they forget stuff, they lose your business card. So the idea is to go and research, remember everything that's been said, some key takeaways, work Twitter really hard, and build out that attendee list if you can. And then because the thing is, if you're at the same event, you're part of that club, you're part of that community. So when you go to connect with them, there's a very real reason for them wanting to connect back with you.
Because they qualified.
Yeah, you've pre-qualified yourself. So I've found 80% conversion rate of any event over the value of $200. The meetups and low-level events not as high, but still higher than the traditional conversion rate that you get on the blind outreach on LinkedIn. So you can really maximize your ROI at events by going in there for intel, and you don't even need to speak to a lot of people. Just go around and get the general idea of what's happening, key takeaways. Connect with everyone. Every keynote speaker, generally at a high-end event, is a high-end person themselves, right? They're a chief marketing officer, they might be a CEO, they might have done some breakthrough work, and they've got an ego because they're speaking, right? They're not always getting paid to speak. It's an ego thing. So now leverage that, reach out to them and say, I really enjoyed your talk, let's connect. They always connect back.
And who are they connected to?
Yeah, everybody that you need to talk to, they're connected to. and they will give you the introduction. And this is what happened in this case with this large Australian insurer. I didn't actually get to meet her, but because everything I said was a cause of problems in other departments.
So she just introduced?
Yeah, she just said bang, and then they had to take the meeting.
Yeah.
And absolutely loved seriously, when you've got a cool product like I do with an awesome company, it does make the job a bit easier.
Yeah.
They were absolutely blown away. So they were a preferred supplier. This was in February 2015. We're in August 2015 now. We've done a lot of work with them. We're pretty much going to be a preferred supplier moving forward. So this is more than a six-figure meeting thing. This is 10 years worth of recurring revenue.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So for our listeners, what are some of the takeaways and actions that people can go and take from this and learn from this?
Well, first of all, start going to events, but don't feel like you need to talk to everyone. Just go in there for research, connect with all the keynote speakers. Don't feel afraid if they're a CEO thing. That's a mindset thing. If you pay $500 to hear someone speak, it's the least that they can do is connect with you on LinkedIn. Don't be afraid to brown nose. Like, let them know that you were so inspired by their talk, that you're implementing stuff in your company right now. You want to connect with them so you can follow their work on LinkedIn, particularly if they're a blogger. And if you can get that attendee list, if you sponsor an event, and I've done a session on this on the video blog, if you've sponsored an event, one of the prerequisites of the terms should be to get the attendee list. If you can't, if you're just going there as a guest, you pay your $500, get there early and see if there's a way you can hack a list together. And if you can't, if you can't do that, 30 to 40% of people tend to throw out a tweet now. You see a lot of events, there's a competition where you can tweet something to win. That's just a way for other people to be building out network lists and Twitter hashtags. Just leverage off all their hard work. Build your own list together. Write all the names down, then find who they are on LinkedIn. Some of them are connected. They have a connection on their Twitter handle back to LinkedIn. So there's so much there you can do. Most people go onto an event and feel like they have to talk to people, and if they don't have the opportunity, that's where it stops. No, that's where it starts.
Yeah. And you can relax now, because you're going to make the connection later, right?
Exactly.
You can actually enjoy the event.
And you just remind me of one thing. You don't actually even have to be at the event. Now, this is a little inauthentic, but depending on what you want to do and how much budget you have. If I find out there's an event in the future and it's well publicised, there's a website there, and I've got all the keynote speakers already laid out, I'll connect with them in advance and say, hey, I'm looking forward to meeting you at XYZ conference.
Yeah, okay.
I see you speaking there. I've seen you come up on LinkedIn a few times. I just want to connect with you in advance, just learn more about the stuff you're talking about. Yeah. I built out a list of 20 chief marketing officers that I knew were going to be at this event in Australia. It was going to be $17,000 a head to go to this event. It was so high end, we had no budget for that. But the idiot salesperson gave me the whole attendee list to try and sell like how exclusive it was. I got the attendee list and I said, thank you very much. I connected with them all on LinkedIn, all chief marketing officers, and I said, hey, looking forward to meeting you at this event that we know we should be going to. I was sort of bending the truth there a little bit. All connected back, and from that list, I am meeting the chief marketing officer for one of the largest brands in the world. I can't say specifically here, but let's just say that the largest takeaway chain in the world. I'm meeting him on Tuesday through this strategy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So if you want to learn more about this and also network with people in the same industry, what's our call to action?
So just like our LinkedIn summary blueprint, it's always good to have a call to action. Our one here is go to sixfiguremeetings.com/community, so you can actually see the email scripts that I use. You can learn about more of the companies that I can't talk about here because of confidentiality reasons, and you can network and build your own communities with people in our community. Our goal is to get 10,000 of the top growth hackers, salespeople in the world all together, and we're going to crowdsource everyone's knowledge, so it's going to be epic.
Yep.
Go over there now.